But up front tonight at Crime Time and Prime Time Alert. The fascination here in New York with a big-time busted brothel with its mystery list of VIP Johns and the arrest of Anna Gristina, an alleged madam who for some reason is being held on $2 million bail. $2 million is much more than the most accused murderer gets around these parts of the world. So why the huge bail? What do we know about Anna's customers? And how did she operate in plain sight for so long? Before we hear from former Detective Bo Dietl and clinical psychologist Victoria Zdrok, Craig's at the scene with a former... Craig, thanks. Former ace detective Bo Dietl knows the madam's alleged ex-cop bodyguard. Before I get to that, Dr. Victoria Zdrok on the right-hand side, clinical psychologist. Dr. Z knows the sex scene. But Bo Dietl, for $2 million, you could buy that whole building right there. What the hell is this about?
I don't know what's going on, but I just want to bring the attention. I talked to Sly Francis twice yesterday.
Sly Francis, that's the black guy, the cop, or is he an ex-cop?
He's the retired detective for the New York City Police Department, worked in the Manhattan DA's office before he retired, but he retired back in 2002. And I spoke to him yesterday and today again. First of all, that photograph with him.
Can you show that photo?
That photograph, he has not spoken with her between 8 and 10 years. Verified. He's on Facebook. She's not on Facebook with him. He said, Bo, there is no way, shape, or form that photograph is not more than 10 or 12 years old. The fact of the matter is, I had received a phone call from her on some kind of a domestic problem. I sent Sly over there to investigate it, and then subsequently he investigated that. He has not spoke to it. He told me today 8 to 10 years. So this thing, throwing this picture out there, this is another fishing.
$2 million.
But remember.
How can you hold someone $2 million bail? What'd they get the guys at the
Jersey? They just killed $150,000.
$150,000. They shot two guys. $150,000.
You got. First of all, they made allegations there was underage girls. Where is it? They should have been charged. 5-year investigation. I'm an ex-cop.
A D felony.
5-year investigation. Okay. Also, where is the corruption? If it's there, they better show it, because right now, $2 million. They could put a leg iron on it. They could put one of those monitoring devices. $2 million.
Cyrus Vance, New York County DA. They blew the Dominic Strauss-Kahn thing with the French diplomat.
This guy, Sly Francis, first of all, is one of the most reputable detectives there was.
So you don't think he was the mole? He didn't snitch out the DA.
A million years, I'll state my reputation. Sly Francis would never, ever compromise the police department.
Dr. Z, how can this woman, a suburban woman, balance that life with this dirty business, if that's indeed what happened?
Well, many multitasking housewives balance their lives like that. And remember, this was a perfect business. It's a cash business. She ran it from home. She could be there for her children at all times. And she applied some of the same mothering skills that she was so good at with these women. So she, in fact, was a mother of sorts to them.
If this thing went on for 15 years, whatever they're saying, 10, 15 years, she had to be pretty good. There was no talk of any kind of extortion, no drug talk, no problem. So she ran a pretty clean shop as far as if it was being run the way they say it is. And that's maybe one of the problems that the police were not involved is nobody was complaining. The men were going to wherever they were going. They were paying. The women were getting their money. And there was no kind of crime other than maybe not paying your taxes. But nobody was being extorted.
But this is not a federal rap. This is not a federal rap. This is a local rap. So it's not a tax rap. This is something else going on. But I want to go back to the sex part of it. So is it about sex or is it about business for the madam?
Well, I think for her it was about business. There was probably greed. Maybe she got a little carried away. Maybe she indeed tried to start a legitimate matchmaking or dating service like she claimed. But obviously she had 4 children to support and there was a financial motive. So I think for her it was pure business. She compartmentalized that this is business. These are my children. I'm a mother. But I also run a successful business like so many mothers do.
They have these sites, Ashley something. They're actual sites where they have prostitution sites that are online.
Legally.
And my point is that maybe they were talking to someone to put some money behind it, and they were trying to do it on a halfway legalized thing.
Could be true. It took 80 undercover female operatives 5 years to nail her, and then they get her for one count of a D-class felony?
I don't know. I think there may be more underneath the sheets, if I might say it. And that apartment didn't look that comfy, did it?
It certainly did.
I don't know if you would lay down on that bed.
God, no.
Well, you get those cucarachas on that one. Wow.
At least that. So, Dr. Z, is it as unglamorous as it is in this case? If that's as high end as it gets, it's pretty lame.
Well, in her case, I don't think she was in there for the glamour, the excitement, the adrenaline rush. I think for her it was pure business. It was an easy cash business she can run from home, which is just about every housewife dreams about. A successful
if I remember, my memory's starting to defuncatate a lot, but I remember a meeting about 12 years ago for that time when
meeting
I met
the
her.
madam?
Yeah, and when I went there when she had the problem.
Did you get a cash receipt?
No. What I'm trying to say real fast, all she talked about was her kids. She had a problem with one of her ex-husbands. She was a very kind and a very sympathetic type woman.
You'll describe to me in the commercial break what your relationship was. But okay. Dr. Z, thank you. Bo Dietl, thank you very much. Can a man...